with you, mister? All you had to do was trip him or hold him just for a minute.
That's your problem, not mine. Sorry, pal. I'm through being pushed around. From now on, I look out for number one, me. Police car in front of our house? What could have happened? What happened?
Brace yourself, son. Your Uncle Ben has been shot, murdered.
No, it can't be.
It was a burglar who your uncle surprised. But we'll get him. He's trapped in the old Acme warehouse at the waterfront.
I've got to go. I've got to get him. He could hold off an army in that moldy, rotting dump, but he won't hold off Spider-Man.
Who's on the wall?
You'll find out soon enough.
What? A guy who walks on walls and shoots a web like a spider? Let me out of here!
There's no place on earth you can run to escape me. This is for the man you killed. That face. Oh, no, it can't be. But it is. The fugitive who ran past me the other day. The one I didn't stop when I had the chance. If I only had tackled him when I had the chance. But I didn't. So he escaped, and now Uncle Ben is dead. Yes, Uncle Ben is dead, and in a sense it's really I who killed him. Because I didn't realize in time that with great power there must also always be great responsibility. But I know it now, and so long as I live, Spider-Man will never shirk his duty again. Robbers, killers, beware. Spider-Man is here.
Thus, a legend is born, as a new name is added to the roster of those who make the world of fantasy the most exciting realm of all.
That clip is from the original 1960s animated Spider-Man series, which no new version has ever come close to yet. As you can see from the clip, that shows the original Peter Parker, who was selling his skills, or he's going to sell his skills as Spider-Man to the entertainment industry, finds out a criminal he didn't stop at the time, out of apathy or selfishness, has murdered his Uncle Ben. And Uncle Ben is, when he was alive, was the guiding moral force behind for Peter Parker. He was his guide in life. He was his father, basically. He was a man who was trying to impart depth of character to Peter Parker. And when he passed on, Peter Parker finds himself alone, and now he has to mature all at once. And he's got his Aunt May to think about, who's elderly and needs him. Through hardship, he realizes his error, and that's why he gets this amazing line that people still remember today. With great power comes great responsibility. Now, as a child watching it, I couldn't understand what was going on. I'd just say, well, he punched out the bad guy. That's all that matters. But you see, those messages stay in your head, and you internalize them, and they become important to you. They mean something to you when you get older. So the importance of Peter Parker is his depth of character, what he has learned. And the voice actors do their voices. You'll notice that Peter Parker sounds different than Spider-Man. That is, even though he's the same guy, when he's Peter Parker, he has a light, high, young, adolescent voice. When he puts the mask on, it deepens into an adult's. That's done purposely. When he dons the mask of Spider-Man, he's actually donning the mantle of adulthood and responsibility. And that's why it's so important. That's why we cheer for Spider-Man. It's not simply he has kids that he's going to fight some opposing force. He's donning the care for his society that surrounds him. He dons the mantle of altruism and responsibility, of meaningfulness and depth. I mean, Uncle Ben, did you ever notice that they don't really talk about what he does for a living? Because it's not important. And a man's job is not actually important. It's his depth of character. And that's who Uncle Ben is. He's a man of deep character. He's not impressive looking. He's has no superhuman abilities. He's just a man of deep character who cares for Peter Parker. And Peter Parker, what was his original selfish goal? It was to make money and fame, to up his status, to get the girl, to impress Mary Jane. And this cartoon, I mean, it shows us as boys what the real path is. It shows us the path of meaning. I mean, what society today is doing, the newest version, like of the MCU of Spider-Man, they drain that meaningfulness out of Peter Parker. They basically want you in real life to do what Peter Parker was going to do. That is, gain status and wealth, get the girl, wrap your life around the girl. And that is your life. That's the meaning of your life. So when they drained the original content of Peter Parker, his experiences out of this newest version, that is an assault on this generation of young men. This is an assault on the very depth of soul. This is the soul of the male human being. Because Peter Parker, what he learned was chasing after the girl, making it a priority, was the wrong path. The right path was the altruistic path of looking after your society as a whole, looking after the people in your community, in your neighborhood, maybe even beyond. If you guys can, watch that origin story of Spider-Man and Peter Parker from the 1960s. It's never been as good. And hopefully you understand what I'm trying to say. Thank you, everyone.